For a lot of games, enemies are the lifeblood, the key thing that you face off against. What would Nuclear Throne, a game made in GameMaker by Vlambeer, be, for example, without its enemies and bosses? Hello everyone, my name is Sam Spade, and in this series, we're going to make some enemies. I hope that you'll be able to use the enemies that we make in this series directly in your game. But more than that, I hope that this series will teach you some of the core concepts behind designing and making your own enemies so that you can use these ideas to make any type of enemy, NPC, or really just, again, a piece of code that walks around things and responds to your world in some way. So in just a moment, I'll go over what this series will cover and our basic project setup. But before I do that, I want to talk about an asset that I made several years ago. It's the Enemy AI Massive Pack. You can get it on the GameMaker Marketplace. And it was the first asset I ever made. In fact, it was the reason I originally started this channel. I needed somewhere to post a video for the asset. Also, that was the first video I ever edited and uploaded to YouTube. I still really like this asset and will be referring to it myself personally for ideas on the enemies to make in this course. But it was made actually in GameMaker 1.4, and although it still runs just fine in 2.3, it doesn't really take advantage of some of the new features. So another thing that I'm going to be doing is slowly updating that asset over the course of this series. And while this series is going on, I'm going to keep that asset on sale. Also, if you support me on Patreon, $5 or more, you can get all of my assets, including this one, for free regardless of their actual cost. So if you are a Patreon supporter and you have access to this asset, or if you've already purchased this asset, I hope that this series will help you understand how I created the enemies in this asset and how you can use all of those enemies in your own projects, expand upon them, modify them to suit what you want to do. But with that, let me talk about the overview of this series. We're going to start very, very simple. Our enemies are going to be single objects. They're not going to have any animation or art. They're not going to have any sound effects. They're going to be as simple as we can make them. And the reason for this is I want this series to be accessible for everyone, regardless of their experience. So I need a good starting place. But on top of that, I think often when we make more complicated enemies, it can be harder to break down the aspects of those enemies and understand what really went into making them. And by starting simple, without involving all the complications that come from things like animations or things like that, we can really focus and understand the fundamental building blocks of our code. And that allows us to take those building blocks and combine them in a bunch of different ways to, instead of just creating one or two complex enemies, create dozens or even hundreds of enemies. And of course, as you might expect, we are going to build and refactor and over time create more and more complex enemies. We'll work towards making multi-object enemies, enemies that are made out of many GameMaker objects all at once, multi-phase bosses, and so on. Before we jump over to GameMaker to go over project setup, I just want to point out that this series will be a lot more useful if you follow along and engage with it in some way. I strongly recommend writing the code yourself, but you can also get it from GitHub, and there will be a link below for that. But either way, make sure that you take the time to modify that code in some way, even if you change it back. Try to understand why the choices were made, and more importantly, what happens if you make different choices. That is really going to be key to building enemies that work for your game, or again, NPCs, any type of autonomous agent, because these things are very specific to your game world. And you don't want to be stuck relying on someone else's code, even my code, from this series or from my asset or from some other series, without modifications. You want to be able to make them your own, make them fit into your world. But with that, let's jump over to GameMaker. So here we are. This is just going to be project setup so that in the next tutorial, we can jump right into making an enemy. I have a very simple room. The room is 640 by 320. The grid sizing is 20 by 20. I have a layer for masks, which we can toggle on and off. That will become important as we start to add sprites, tile sets, etc. to this. I have a layer for instances, and then I just have a simple background, no image at present. And that's it for the room. I'm not doing anything with user cameras. It's just going to load up exactly like this. I have a simple mask sprite, which is 40 by 40. Origin in the top left. The collision mask is automatic, which is the full rectangle in this case. And I have a solid parent object, which currently has no code and just has the sprite mask assigned to it. And if we come back to the room, you can see that that's around the outside of our room. So again, it's just a sprite and an object that has that sprite assigned to it. There's no code in the object. So here's the only code we have in the project at the moment. It's a simple move and collide script. It probably looks very familiar as I'm using a script that is taught in a lot of different tutorials. We will experiment with different ways of having collision down the road, but I wanted to start with the simple and most basic one I could. We'll talk in greater depth once we have made some enemies, but for the moment, if you aren't familiar with how this works, the important part to understand is that as long as an instance has an hspeed and a vspeed variable, you can call this function in it and it will move that instance around and prevent it from walking through any solid parent object or child of the solid parent object. And again, we'll talk about this in much greater detail as we get into making enemies. In fact, we're even going to have a couple different variations of this script depending upon the enemy that we're working with. We'll be back in the next tutorial with our first enemy. But if you aren't familiar with how objects or inheritance works in GameMaker, that would be a really good subject to either learn or brush up on. And so there are some links below that you can check out in the meantime.